Hey there, superstar. Today I want to talk to you about self-doubt and how self-doubt and limiting beliefs and feeling of not being good enough can actually cost you clients, where you lose out on clients, where you leave money on the table. And it's because it's our vibration. When you have self-doubt, when you have limiting beliefs, it shows up in whatever that you do, whatever content you're putting out. Let's say you're writing a blog post, let's say you're going on interviews, or whatever else that you're doing, even on social media, if you're putting out content. But deep down, whenever you do release that content and you're thinking, oh my God, what if people don't like that? What if people reject me? And oh, I'm not good enough. I mean, I can't really do that. That really shows up in whatever you're putting out, because there's a vibration around it. So when you have that limiting beliefs, the limiting self-talk, it shows up in everything that you do. Now, a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs, they focus a lot on the marketing strategies, the sales strategies, the list building strategies, and all of those different things, which are really important. And I've done a video about that as well. They are very, very important. But what's even more important is really your mindset around those strategies. Because let's say you do a list building strategy and all of a sudden you get 10 complimentary sessions or 10 proposals or 10 people reaching out to you wanting to work with you like on a weekly basis, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, this is a lot. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I can do this. You might want to attract those people. You might want to, and I'm pretty sure you do, because I mean, if you're in business, you want to have clients coming to you, right? But once you start having those clients coming to you, you might start feeling overwhelmed, like, oh my God, am I really good enough? Can I really do this? So let's say you're having a session with a client, or with a potential client, or a conversation with a potential client, and even though you're like, yes, I really would like to have the clients, I need that client, I need that money, but deep down you're like, oh my God, I don't know if they can afford me, they probably don't have the money, they probably don't want to invest in me, they probably don't want to work with me. Any of those thoughts will show up in your conversation. And it doesn't matter, how upbeat you sound, how upbeat you look, it doesn't matter, because if you're having that internal dialogue while you're having conversation with the people, it comes across, and people are going to say no. They're not going to want to buy from you. So you can work, or you can focus all your attention on the doing part, the list building, the sales, the marketing, the Facebook ads, or any of those different things. But if your internal dialogue, if your mindset is not in alignment with the success you think you want, those strategies are not going to get you any results. And then you're going to be sitting there investing so much time, so much money in all the doing part, but you don't get the results. And then if you do get the results, if you do get some people to say, yes, I want to work with you, but then your internal dialogue is like, no, I don't know what to do, and I'm not good enough, and why would they even pay me? It will show up, and then you get people that want to barter with you, that want to bargain with you, or they simply say, you know what, I don't know if I want to work with you, and it's not the right time, I don't have the money, and they come up with all kind of objections. And then it's not because they might do want to work with you, but if you're bringing across that negative energy that you don't really know, you're a little unsure about if you're really good enough, if you can really do that, that's going to show up, and they can pick up on that, and you're basically making a decision for them. With your vibration, with your energy, with your internal dialogue, you're already telling them, you know what, I know you don't want to work with me, so just say no. And it is, you might think it is not true. You might think it is kind of funny, and it can't be just internal dialogue. But believe me, it really can be very powerful. Your mindset is very, very, very powerful. So if you've ever heard of any law of attraction, Abraham Hicks, or any of that stuff, they talk about that. Like it's really just a mindset piece. So if you're not really all that successful yet, if you don't really have the clients that you want, if you're not making the money that you want, you might want to look, inside and think about, what is it that you're saying to yourself? What are you saying about yourself? What are your thoughts about what you're doing? Do you think that you're really good enough? Do you really think that you are amazing? You are top notch? You can provide massive results? Or are you more like, well, I think I can help them, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I should really charge that much. And what if people don't want to pay me? And what if maybe I should lower my prices? Any of those thoughts that you're having, that is your limit. That's self-doubt. And in order to really be confident in making a sale, making an offer, inspiring people to work with you, inspiring people to buy your products, sign up with you, you need to have that confidence in yourself, in your services, in whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is you're offering. You need to be completely confident that you can provide results, that what you do is great, is top notch. If you don't have that confidence, it will show up. And that's why like really doing that internal work, figuring out what your inner gremlins are, is so very important. And someone once told me, actually, sometimes it's more important what you do inside to do the inner work than to be doing the outer work. So focus also on the inner work. Don't just focus on the doing part, that I need to do a blog post, I need to do a newsletter, I need to do Facebook ads, I need to do this, and this. Because think about it. How do you feel about all of those different things? If you are releasing a blog post, for example, and you just have one tiny little negative thought about like, oh, I don't know if that's really good enough, then you're not going to get much results from that, because it will show up. So whatever you're putting out there, be confident that it's good. And the thing is, you're never going to be able to make everyone happy, because every person is different. You're never going to find something, or you're never going to create something that everyone will love, because you will always have people that are like, oh, I don't like how she said that, I don't like what she wrote, I don't like her style, I don't like her message, or whatever. They're not going to like everything that you do, but that's fine, that's okay, because those are not your ideal clients. Whatever you're putting out there is going to attract your ideal client. They're going to like you for who you are. They're going to like you for how you talk, the message you're putting out there. You know, if you are having an accent like me, they're going to like you for that. If they don't like you for that, then that's not your ideal client. Okay? So really, find that confidence about what you do. Really, take a step back and look at everything that you have done. Because if you are an entrepreneur, first of all, I already think that you're a superstar, because you're doing things that a lot of people don't even have the guts to do. Because being an entrepreneur, I always say it's like a wild roller coaster ride. So if you have the guts to step up and to be an entrepreneur, you're already a superstar right there. So I'm already giving you the 2 thumbs up right there. But you're doing a lot of things that a lot of people don't do. And especially like, even if you're just going online and putting yourself out there, you're doing something that a lot of people don't like to do, because it's stepping out of your comfort zone. But really look at everything that you're doing, and oftentimes, those limiting beliefs that we have, that's just an illusion. That's just things that we tell ourselves to keep ourselves safe. Or actually, it's our ego trying to keep us safe, because change is difficult. I mean, change can be uncomfortable at first, and by becoming successful, it can be uncomfortable at first. So our ego's trying to keep us safe. But just, record everything that you're saying to yourself. Look at all the things that you're doing, that you're saying, that you're thinking, and ask yourself, is it really true? Am I really not good enough? Or is it just something that I'm telling myself to keep myself safe, to maybe feel better? Or because oftentimes we don't feel better, but in a way we do, because that makes us stay stuck. That keeps us in our comfort zone. Whereas when we step out of our comfort zone, it's going to be uncomfortable. So maybe by you thinking, oh, I'm not good enough, I don't know if I can charge that much, because once you charge more and you have those clients, then you have to live up to making sure that you can deliver on. Let's say you're charging $1,000 a month on your coaching or anything, or your consulting, and then you have to basically really deliver the value to meet that price, so people don't say, oh, you're charging way too much and you don't deliver no value. So that might be another thing. But really look at all the things that you do, and then ask yourself, is it really true? Or is it just something that I made my truth, because I kept telling myself that over and over and over again, and I started to believe it, so now it's like the truth for me. And oftentimes that's what we do. So just think about it, and think about how that can really affect you in terms of getting clients. Because if you're having those internal dialogue, that limiting beliefs, that not thinking that you're good enough, then it's going to show up in the conversation that you're having with people. And then there are people are going to like, she's not even sure, or he's not even sure about, you know, what they're doing. So why would I even want to invest in that? So that's how you really lose out on clients. There are billions of people in this world. Just think about it. There gotta be at least a handful of people that cannot wait for you to work with you, to, you know, give you their money and to have you help them. Just think about that. There has to be people out there. But if your vibration is not right, if you're not having that inviting vibration, that you're trusting yourself, that you have the self-confidence, you're closing the door. You're basically telling them energetically, you're telling them that like, I'm closed for business. So just think about that. And really, like I said, look at everything that you're saying to yourself and ask yourself, is it really true? Now, I also included my little Mindset Magic ebook, the link to my ebook below this video. That might can help you really discover your inner gremlins and help you release your inner gremlins, because those self-talks, I call them my inner gremlins. That the things that we keep saying to ourselves, that's the inner gremlins that try to keep us stuck. So I include the link. Feel free to download. It's a little ebook that can kind of go over the different things that you can do to really get rid of that limiting beliefs, those limiting beliefs, the limiting self-talk, and really tell your gremlins to get the heck out, okay? So I include the link. Now, if you found this video valuable, please like it, share it with other fellow entrepreneurs that you can think that would benefit from it. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would definitely appreciate that. And you can even reach out to me or leave a comment. I definitely would like to get some input. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Let me know. I would love to help you, okay? So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.